Who are some of like the local artists or just artists in general that you like hope to like collaborate with?
No Savage! No Savage! Look, welcome home, No Savage. Yeah, they let a real one home. He talking about some formats for a collab though. Come on, No Savage. You gotta listen to my shit. It's gonna be mutually beneficial. You hear me? Yeah.
Is it you the only one, or is it any other artists?
I don't really fuck with people, and I don't mean to say it like that. I don't really fuck with too many people in the city, but I do have upcoming collaborations with Malaysian Doll. Like that's my good friend. I love her. She's really lit. Um, but no, I don't really know.
What's your favorite song to perform?
Lonnie.
Why?
I feel like once I started back, um, like after I separated from my last situation and started pursuing music again, Lonnie was one of the first songs that I dropped. It was like one of my first singles that I dropped since popping back out. And it just went crazy. Like people loved it. I was on U Street walking up to random people performing it, had random people dancing with me. Um, yeah, it's and it cranked.
What's some of the like pros and cons of being an artist in general? Like how does it like your how's your life changed basically since you started doing music?
Um, I gotta I don't even know what can I not say. What can I not say? Cause I'm really off the hook.
You can say anything. Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Look, every other day I be like, I'm this close to selling pussy. Because I'm not rich yet, y'all. I'm really a 9 to 5 worker. I work hard. I'm gonna get it by any means. I got 4 sons. You know what I'm saying? I'm a single mother of 4 kids. So I be, you know what I'm saying? This shit costs. We chasing, pursuing. Me and my manager, we put everything out of pocket. So that would be, yeah. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, yeah. So also like kind of like a follow up. Does it ever get like sometimes a point where you just kind of like question like do I really want to like
Fuck
keep
no.
doing this?
I'm never giving up again. The only thing that ever stopped me from putting my foot on these hoes' necks was having to sit back and tend to my kids. But that's not, I know I'm not having any more kids right now. So
Do you feel like in a way you could have been maybe further than where
hell
you are?
yeah, I say it all the time. 2021, I actually 2020 I get decided to give up my job and I said I don't want to work full time anymore. I want to pursue music. Um, and I actually had went to go move back with my dad because he was going to allow me to stay there, get my what I'm saying, stack some bread because I was moving to Atlanta. But guess what happened? I got pregnant with my third born son. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, mm-mm.
So you were about to move to Atlanta, or you?
Yeah. But I'm saying like motherhood. I feel like it's what prevented me from it further because I not gotten pregnant with my son, I would have relocated. Atlanta is lit. I have a outgoing personality. I would have been bumped into the right person, but yeah,
Is that like the goal? You eventually want to move to Atlanta or somewhere
Atlanta
else?
or Houston for sure.
Why like those two?
Because I feel like they're the right cities. It's live, a lot of celebrities in and out. You know what I'm saying? The people go up, they play, they show love at the club.
What's like your interactions been with like your fans?
Um, it's been good. I feel like this is the most engagement that I've ever gotten. Also because I've been taking the advice of my manager for me to initiate engaging more with my fans, like post polls on my posts and raffles and things like that to that nature, just to kind of be present with them even when I'm not necessarily dropping.
Do you have like people come up to you like when you're in the streets?
Yeah, it's oh my gosh, like I said, after floaters, that was crazy. Like I'm not lying. You see my nails. Shout out to my nail tech, Joe. Perfect nails, Joe. X for Joe. But yeah, I was real live in the nail salon. I can't tell you how many times, and I can hear the floaters performance. You don't know nail, bitch, and I'm turning around like what the fuck, and then they like, oh, this you, yeah. So I don't know. I like it. It's been cool.
I was about to ask like, so what does that like do for you personally? Like when you
Make me
see
feel
that?
like I'm almost there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it always start with people recognizing you for what you do, what you love. So once people start recognizing you for that shit, that means you're doing something right. Yeah.
What's like the hardest part about being vulnerable, like in your music?
I wouldn't necessarily cry, cause I really don't like crying, but I'm a crier if that makes sense. Um, and also like when you're trying to tell your story, but you considering other people's feelings. So I have a song called MIB, right? It's short. It's short for Make It Back. Um, I sat on that song for 2 years. I recorded it in 2022, and I didn't drop it until 2024. Why? Because considering other people's feelings. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you're trying to be vulnerable and walk in your truth and tell your truth, but your truth includes other people, if you're trying to consider them, it can kind of hold you back. And it kind of helped me because I sat on it for 2 years, even though I been felt like it was a great song. Some people who heard it, exclusively told me like this may be the one you should drop it. But yeah, so
What's what's like your inner circle like?
small, but very supportive, very loyal, reliable. Um, Yeah, they always come through, and it's literally like one hand.
Most people like most like artists that I like talk to, they pretty much say the same thing. Why do you feel like, or why do you personally feel comfortable with having like a tight knit, small inner circle?
I would say it's like that by default for me. Like I would like to have more friends, but people just weird. You know what I'm saying? So I most times always find myself like walking alone type shit because I'm still growing. I'm not perfect. I have a low tolerance for nonsense. I I'm a woman now, so I try not to fight, but I will fight. So yeah, so you know what I'm saying. I don't like putting myself in situations where it's like taking me out of character, or you know what I'm saying, a place where I'm trying to move past myself.
How does your family and close friends and everything? How do they like support and feel about your career?
They support. They come through when I do like showcases and stuff. My family be deep. It be more family than they do strangers. So yeah.
How's you talked about your dad being a big rap fan? Like how has he felt about
He
you?
brag on me to all his coworkers. Yeah, every time I drop something, he subscribed to my I can drop something sometimes, and like soon as it drop, he called me like, "Yeah, I see you just dropped that. I'm at the top end." Like, I like that's alright. And then next time I see him, he cut my son's hair or something. He telling me about how his coworkers was like, "Yeah, you baby girl got it."
How does that make you feel?
Made me feel good. Like the goal is to get on, sustain. You know what I'm saying? And not only maintain but sustain. You know what I'm saying? And double that shit. Whatever I get from chasing music and then make sure pops and them good. Like I don't want my father to work till he's like 65 overtime. That shit crazy.
How do you well how are you with people who like who would be like close and around you but like low key envious and jealous of like you and what you got going on? How are you with like handling people like that?
I feel like I'm always able to sniff them out fast. Ask my, cause my manager's actually my cousin. If y'all didn't know that, my blood cousin. But I always peep that shit right away. Like I said, I'm no nonsense. I address it head on, or I just fall back. Most times, like addressing it, that could lead to altercation. So this day and age, people been telling me I'm kind of messed up because I won't say nothing. I just won't ever talk to you again. So once I feel anything off or is it like it's disconcerting to me, I just cut it off.
Have you had like instances where like people may have like kind of like doubted you at first and now they see that you got motion and traction now and they trying to like
Yeah, yeah,
spin
and
the
some of them
block?
still act like they my friend too, but won't post my shit. Yeah, but it's a lot of people in the city. Like I don't knock anybody. I feel like if you love it, I like it. If you like it, I love it. However that shit go. But it's a lot of people out here who's rapping that can't rap. So for someone who says they're your friend, you know what I'm saying, they have a platform to support you rapping and they don't, you know what I'm saying, or they minimize it in comparison to the shit rappers that they repost and support. You kind of side eye like, damn, shorty, why you really not fucking with me? But it is what it is.